Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm glad to have you here. This video is a different one to the ones that I usually do on the channel, full of tips and tricks in regards to health and wellness. This is more of a self-healing video for anyone out there that is facing a traumatic experience related to grief of losing a loved one in relation to facing a traumatic experience in being ghosted, in being abandoned. I went through a really tough experience in mid-2020, as it was for the most of us. 2020 was a year of chaos, or losing loved ones either by their own free will or by other circumstances beyond alcohol. So the person that I'm referring to is an extremely controlling and manipulative and narcissistic person who is very dear to my heart, and the relationship that we share is supposedly supposed to be the most strongest relationship in the world, and it symbolizes everything to do with love and tenderness and generosity and all the beautiful, lovely symbolism that life has to offer. So as you can expect, the healing process and the healing journey has been extremely tough the last 6 months since the cut has been made. It was unexpected, it was surprising, and it was without any sort of explanation or closure. So something that you can expect to be an infinite, loving relationship ends abruptly like that. Of course, it will affect most people to their core. So I've used different techniques that I would like to share with you in this video. Hopefully you may be able to get something out. I avoid going in extreme detail regarding the storyline because this video is more about talking about the healing techniques that are super amazing for dealing with grief of all sorts and abandonment, as well as narcissistic relationships of all sorts. If I could sum up my experience in only 3 words, it would be the legendary phrase, life goes on. Despite how hard it is to heal through all the chaos and to find peace among the chaos, life will continue. So it's a basic law of human nature. Not everything is meant to last, and this is what I understood to the core and very deeply in regards to the abandonment that I faced. So if the divine relationship between something as special as a mother and child could end abruptly in an instance without any closure, without any reason, know that there are no guarantees on any other surface-based relationships. This is not to say it's all dark and gloomy, but it's literally to highlight the importance of memories and cherishing the memories. So I've learned the importance of fully embracing each and every moment in life, because you never know when it might end. Cherish the memories, not the people. I learned it the hard way. People are susceptible to change because of their attitude, because of their priorities. Memories stay forever. They bring you joy as you gracefully reflect back on the good times that you've shared. There's a beautiful quote that I would like to share here. So it says, "The darker the night, the brighter the stars. The deeper the grief, the closer is God." Not every situation is going to give you the closure that you need to let go. I know it's hard. We don't want to feel like we are left behind in the middle of the tunnel, wondering why and how we are left stranded. But look at it this way. If someone that you cherish has chosen to ghost you, abandon you, leave you without any explanations, don't look for closure from them. Instead, gently dig deep within yourself and give yourself the closure that you need from a place of self-love and self-empowerment. You deserve the closure that you deem necessary, and only you can give it to yourself. In my case, I was battling with feelings of regret, feelings of uncertainty for months, thinking about our last few conversations in my mind, searching on where I went wrong. What did I say to actually spark the cut? If I have said anything, I actually realized that nothing has been said that was hurtful, and I waited and I asked for closure from her. I never received any, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting to receive any, which makes complete sense. Why would I await the comforting closure from someone who basically disregarded my emotions and existence. Instead, what you should do in this case is comfort and assure yourself that you know deep down that you've done everything to the best of your ability in this connection. And in this case, this person was in a low point in her life. She was battling through negative feelings of envy, all that sort of stuff. She actually took her anger and vengeance towards me. So in this case, what happened is I simply served as a punching pillow, and she was waiting for a specific response. She didn't get any, and she made the cut. And the best thing that I could do in this case is to learn from the experience and not allow someone to treat me like that again. One of the best things that I did in this case is I used prayer and meditation. It has literally changed my life. It has provided me with a new, fresh perspective on basically the laws of life. Being consistent with my spiritual practice, realigning with my morals, my values, really helped me to get to a place of inner peace. So as a Muslim, I was consistent with my 5 daily prayers. I took on extra supplications that really helped me to release the grief attached to losing a loved one, and also provided me with the comfort in the times that I needed it most. Whether it is prayer, meditation, journaling, or scripting, find what works best for you to give you purpose, to connect you with your divine source. And if you're into things such as gemstones, one of the best healing stones for loss, grief, and self-love is rose quartz, because what it does is it energetically helps you to give and receive love from a place of gratitude. So I wore it daily as a necklace, and to be honest, the bright pink color provided a soothing vibe. Another thing I also tried is music therapy. So you can go on YouTube and search up 396 Hertz, which is known to aid in grief, guilt, and fear. You can find it on YouTube, you can find it on Google as well, and many people swear by the results. The most important thing also that I've noticed in regards to my healing journey, and that has made a huge difference in helping to speed the healing journey, is to allow space for yourself to grieve. It is through allowing yourself to grieve do you learn to heal. And it was really difficult for me at the start to let go of this loved one, and it took me a while to understand that the person that she has become is completely different to the same loving person who I knew since birth and who has raised me. And by processing my grief, I understood I had to farewell the part of me which was codependent on her for acceptance and happiness. And when you start to feel the rush of emotion, don't resist, because resistance in this case will only emphasize these emotions further. The thing here with grief and with the emotions attached to grief is basically go with the flow. Learn to feel, reflect, cry if you must, and then move on. Everyone grieves differently, but the one thing that is common when it comes to grief is it comes in stages and waves. Having a support network is absolutely amazing if you have the opportunity for that. This will literally help to support you on your journey to work through. The best thing that you can do is find an outlet to express your grief, whether it is through writing, counseling, art, or a physical activity. In my case, I really like to write, so I express through writing, and I started a blog recently, which has really been helping to get my feelings out there, and I also have a journal. Aside from that, I have also made a few art pieces, not very sophisticated, but it also helps to let out my emotion through artistic creativity. And the idea here is not to cover up or speed the grieving process. You don't want to do that. Instead, you want to find a healthy outlet to express your feelings and your thoughts. I found that during the most traumatic stages of my life, I produced the best creative pieces of art and stories, helping me to express my thoughts on paper and tolerate intense waves of grief. Another really important thing that will help with your healing journey in life, with grief, with anything that you struggle with, is to basically learn to forgive yourself and forgive others for their wrongdoings. And forgiveness has beautiful energy that will help to relieve you from the negative emotions. And it's only after forgiving both myself and this person was I able to reach inner peace. Now you can imagine the waves of emotions that I had in regards to how could she do this to me, the one and only person that I love and cherish deeply to the core, infinitely. I have not done anything. All these waves of negative emotions were spiraling through my head, but through forgiving both myself and her, I was able to reach inner peace. And forgiveness is very freeing for the soul. You will feel like a huge weight has been lifted from your shoulders once you learn how to truly forgive and let go. It's not just forgiving, it's letting go that is the hardest. I basically forgave myself for blindly trusting people in general. I forgave myself for ignoring the toxic warning signs and giving power to this person to control my happiness and to control the fate of my happiness. In turn, I also forgave her for behaving the way she did and realizing that a lot of factors might have contributed to the person she has become today. I understand that we both parted ways. This is something that was meant to happen. I had no control over it, and the most important thing is I am grateful to have her in my life for the time that she was there. I'm grateful for the effort and energy she has put into being a part of my life and for the person that I am today and I will be forever. Another thing that is also quite important is that I realized I should not base my whole existence on one person, even if this is the person who raised, fed and helped me become the person that I am today. I'm grateful for that, but I shouldn't have to base the happiness on the existence of that person. Directly after she disconnected, I was shattered. You can imagine the identity was based on her perception and approval of me as a person, and once she stopped communicating in such an abrupt way, I was an emotional mess for the first few weeks, and I went through stages of missing her to obsessing on why she's not responding to questioning what I might have done wrong. So it was during the lowest point in my life that I questioned who would even love me if this person has disregarded me as a person. So this is partly due to how we as a society perceive mothers as a symbol for eternal love, sacrifice, and endless compassion. We fail to effectively tackle issues when it comes to narcissistic mothers. When someone faces an issue with their own mother, they usually question their own perception of reality in most cases, as motherhood is perceived to be a lifetime long commitment based on love and affection. Another thing is that has helped me greatly is focusing on gratitude. Gratitude for the blessings that I already have. Even though it sounds easy, it was actually one of the most toughest and life-changing lessons that I learned. I had to learn to lift myself up and to get into a habit of listing 3 things that I'm grateful for every night before bed. I was grateful for my family, for my health, and for my security. Once that I got into this pattern that I established into my routine, I took it a step further by personalizing it to my current situation. So I simply wrote down that I was grateful for all the happy and joyful memories with this person who I had lost that we had during our connection. I will forever cherish these memories. This has been really helpful in helping to broaden my perspective and helping to be grateful for the memories that we've come towards the end of our video. Thank you for being a part of my journey by allowing me to share it with you today. If you enjoyed the video, click on the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hear from you in this comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.